kwano.
Yaka nipa and was someone to swap. Omia and ye about royal. Omia and ye mamma near Yamu Coco de Baumia.
Namun Mukasa say, Anna Mansu Yanya kwano.
Yaka nipa and was someone to swap. Omia.
When you are Gyakye Quayson, Nipa Baku for Chino. Nami Nims woman Mukasa.
No, sir, mamma. Your ma, mamma. You're the number of mamma.
The Kumasi Airport to Kiabie, Sabrina, Nipa Grania Jumaya, and Cancho.
Ya Kono, and the corpse. About the royal mamma.
Pamuchow,
Mamma, Penny, my name, Coco Dino.
When you compare your pan and went to be on your campaign, I'm a father suit to a fear could be crying. Yanya,
For mamma. Omia and ye, mamma, ye. Yamu Coco de Baumia.
The Winum Cassa say, Anna Mansu Yanya kwano.
The cat, nipa, and was someone to swap. Baumia.
When you are Gyakye Quayson, Nipa Baku for Chino. Nami Nims woman Mukasa.
No, sir, mamma. Your ma, mamma. You're the number of mamma.
The Kumasi Airport to Kiabie, Sabrina, Nipa Grania Jumaya, and Cancho.
Ya Kono, and the corruption. About the royal mamma.
Pamuchow,
Mamma, Penny, my name, Coco Dino.
when you compare your pan and went to be on your campaign, I'm a father suit to a fear could be crying. Yanya,
For mamma. For Baumia, moral life. Moral. Who has high moral character? No one to buy.
Mukasa say, Yanya Quabra Quine.
The Baumia, the rest of them know, took them no matter.
But if any Mukasa,
No, baby, I want a mamma.
and in Yansa, the market say you Yanka, I know a drone baby.
Thought Baumia Jinaha. Therefore, Mamma Jinaha. Here too. One piece like a river, Mamma to me too.
It is how many campaign you say,
You want to get it to Mamma is not.
and Yansa,
No, chili, mamma.
and you say, Sabi Edidia, and Yamuna, and a num.
One piece like a river. I said, my mamma to Baumia would sing.
Sabi a buying power, make out of your family. In Tokra, Woodam,
There's a kind of mamma.
Yanya, you can't say, Antoine and nothing. Barbara Quine,
And you want to bring Mamma and Baumia and Miss Patch.
Connoco him foot to Kumi. Sabi a buying power, make out of your
Then your competition, I never thought to.
dear do no, Penisima Yibia, Yankasema Yibia, Munkoso.
Mamma to me too. Yaminum, oh, Yakopo. Nami Tonio, me mano.
He, Penny for Miss Remo,
A chow, Yakopo.
Baby Beffy,
And almost no.
Baby Beffy, do a Majumato.
Who's from Baumia, Papa?
Built up habit heavy. Nancy Baby and Penny Free Abbott and Munko. As I said, be the Hokra, and see, Yan took as asphalt a young.
I am Mamma of my Africa.
By Yanum, sir, Yan, Coco him foot. Queen.
Yo, Abusia, Mama Kwaba, and Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Friday, do say, you move a brain where you need it because, you move a brain where you need edge because Friday do I do know I payday at the Mawomo or Abroche. One more year weekly, a year a friend saying, wage a year work no. Wages no woman Friday be no market here na koto wo mo account me say bafu to say ade bi a ejaminu mienu enim komo e wo ho a ye bedie komo ni nyina fa ye owura John Dramani Mahama ye ne policy a wo se nyame ya ndom na say obeye president 2024 a wo de bebo modin ya aba obe implement ama emfaso abaso ewo man Ghana. The policy no the 24-hour economy. The assetting in an say a year Juma Ghana, ye loss no yembra no chere say ye ikru Ghana no. The bit me aye say Embrano a ema ye ho kwan ma ye 24-hour a year economy no. Ye de no eni ho saa. Ye de no eni ho saa. According to ye the labor law no. Ye de no ema ye ho kwan ema ye only 8 hours. Monday to Friday na ya gia home weekends. Until per the Ghana labor law no, the maximum allowable working hours for an employee 8 hours per day. Now, 8 hours no, and you try Ghana for 14 cedis, 44 pesos. 8 hours ni nyina no, ukwa adwuma ya mark 14 cedis, a year 44 pesos. Uwe UK ya mark hourly, enti uko a year don riba kubiano the minimum wage at UK £9.50. It clearly no. Ye whole hours no, 8 hours no. We pay Ghanaians 14 cedis, 44 pesos. The Labor Law Act no. I know my hokwai. Emma yen around the clock. A year 24-hour economy. But that does not mean say Ghana, you need companies one more year adwuma. A friend is saying only 8 hours. Your companies go they work day and night shift. Example, maybe father used to do day and night shift job. And into as a minor, no, actually be a call morning, actually be a call a friend is saying night, actually be call afternoon shift. Because the workload was demanding. So they had to work around the clock to ensure so omubenya gold. Now, uko Ghana your nurses bi wo ha adwuma night shift. Morning shift and so on. But what this economy this particular policy seek to do is it will encourage a lot of companies to also start thinking about recruiting people for night shift. It helps the economy to expand. It helps a lot of people, companies to also ensure say adwuma wo muntimi nya na no panko ano. Omu di bi bekwa kwede, bekwa ko hye anadwo. And it is we obi o na say bi anopa woyɛ wo nneɛma bi a na wokɔ school bi anɔpa night time no betumi anya adwuma bi ayɛ de ayɛ wote aseɛ so that at least over the weekend at least betumi akɔyɛ night shift bi na Mondays Tuesdays bi wakɔ o daily a friend is saying jobs and school and whatever. It's a good policy. The John Mohammed Ebano is a good policy. But for me as a Ghanaian, one of the things I do is say politician for Kaoma Semwa, even though if you are bano, Mema said as Omai Bapane say, it's my duty to ensure say, good morning, Nanao. It is my duty say, as a share as someone a free politician and wabano. The to me, I shall say, is it feasible? You bet me aye. Send ye bayano. Ye be yana. These are questions I ask. Now, when I start asking questions like this, then it means I'm moving away from the problem to finding solutions to the policy. Because at the end of the day, as a nation, we lack people who research. So that at least in a politician become somewhere. Then the researchers will tell us, senior, a year President Nakano, ex-President Nakano, a quiet way, any way no fast obey the obey implementing the policies. For the first time, kudos to a friend is saying, John Dramani Mahama, ex-president. Kudos to him. Because now, going into the election, his conversation is beginning to be the center stage for Ghanaians to talk about. And that is what we want. That is what Dr. Ren, I want. I want people to come up with ideas. A bit more debatable. Ghana for yin di won komo. This is what nation building is all about. Nation building is about bringing out policies that will ensure, say, people can talk about the policies, people can debate about the policies, so that all of us as a nation, can find the way forward that it will be more feasible to our people. Most of the social media platforms are a lot of people are talking about. Now, let me give my maybe concerns as I interrogate this 24-hour economy. This is my concern. Number one, the concern here about your security, your police service. Now, bear in mind, say policy is a good policy. So don't take it out of context. It's a good policy, but to ensure this good policy become feasible, these are the concerns. These are the red flags that we need to deal with to enable us get a 24-hour economy. Number one is security. How prepared is our security in terms of logistics? Say, companies human night, because the time currently we don't have a lot of night workers, a lot of night shifts in Ghana. It's only few until the police are able to patrol and supervise, protect. But Ekobane said we are getting more companies, more industries operating in the night and taking on board or recruiting night shifter. It means that the social vices, and also the armed robbers and criminal activities also. How prepared is our police service? How prepared are they logistically to face, problems or issues? Say you obi enkaso wotu ni car every ni fie no wokwa adwuma na akromfo akohia no kwem na omagye ne car anoma bonituo. These are concerns. The policy is a good policy, but it has to be more, a friend say, intellectually debated on for us to get the best out of it, this particular policy. Number two, we move away from security, because in say Ghana, ufre police cry, say police say when you asem, ufre police armed robbers cry about area now ufre police cry police service cry car we've seen it before. A friend of mine died in a Volta region. He was shot. He was an assemblyman. He was killed under this Kufuado MPP governance. The gentleman was killed with Janema, Nembaba Kukrai Boditu. What you say was it. These are some of the concerns. Logistics now, police, if one know, is it enough? Can we, can it be something that you can see a 24-hour economy more? They can help protect lives, properties, and the betterment of our nation, Ghana. Number two, may interrogation Sameyen questioner, Bibusa John Dramani Mahama. Number two, Ghana economy import-based economy. I say you cranium, they are beton. Enya economy from production. Yanga see produce ye nneoma. Eno nti say ye kofa nneoma free ama no ne ye ba beton a. Will this particular 24-hour economy be feasible for us as a nation? Inti eba ne sa question am bibisa Ora John Dramani Mama ne say edie no be ya me move away from the import-based economy to production-based economy, because see produce yanka see ye nneoma yentade a yehye yempobo a yehye ye friend say ema wega wo mu hye ye tables ya konwa yanka say ye produce ye nneoma bi wo a. It will be an open, the economy will be more open for people to start working. And that is when the productivity is higher, companies will employ people to work in the night for them. Economy import-based economy. Kokra atade broni wewu ni ase. Kokra nneoma bebre. Intimi question maybe Bisane said, how are we going to ensure say import-based economy You bet me move away from that import-based economy to a productive-based economy. A bit me are calling in for workers. I bet me I guess okay. And a shift it meaning in a yemfa being kwashana do. Yemfa being kwasharia. Number two, this is me as a Ghanaian, a concerned Ghanaian who like this particular policy. I am happy about this policy. Now, whilst there are benefit of a 24-hour, establish a economy, no, the policy, no. Now, John Dramani Mahama should let us know. Who's see our name a year TUC4 18 very good. It means that the policy maker, no, our NDC, John Mahama, no, we need the stakeholders, no, one more factor into account these various factors may boss me. Maka number one, security. Number two, import-based economy. And number three, CCTVs. CCTV. See a cameras. Our streets. Cameras. Baby. To me, I am sure say so. Be born in Ponoa. That's a save you police he or she can be captured on the cameras. In Tuba Brucha, there will street go where cameras be over UK. A lot of time you will see some light bulbs in your mouth. Most of it security cameras. Sometimes the B, the security cameras to me artificial B, no one in them, a real no one how are we as a nation or the 24-hour economy in bay? Obetimi actually we can have these kind of security cameras. Obetimi also help the police in policing our street. Number 4, your friend is saying ECG energy. Energy. Adeɛ bɛkye foin, adeɛ bɛsa foin, adeɛ bɛkye ne yɛsɔ ne gyina so ne yɛdum yɛsesɔ dum sɔ ebi mu sɛ dum siesie yɛdum ne yɛsiesie. How are we also going to ensure everyone say companies in industries, people that will be opening companies now, what is the guarantee for them to have effective and efficient power supply? Efficient power supply. This erratic doom so here and there, and then a lightning so at the HNBC so. Obia or person will be a company biano. Or no company in but person or funny baby. Inti a beam. John Dramani Mahama 24-hour economy now or day ban. A dear no bit to me. I catch the Ghanaian no say. And you know Ghanaian. A bit to me, I know, say, during his time, there was a lot of excess power supply. It one church, we Magana for Tiasi. A quanya or bass, excess supply, no one I one MP mobile, Omen fast one. Obey to me, Abomodinia, a church remove a Magana Nino or Tikuru, Enyana Wuntiasi. Now it comes back to my number 5, which is local community. Constant. A friend is saying community engagement, constant community engagement. Because we need community engagement. I'm a Ghanaian with Tikrumono active the 24-hour economy, so that we all can contribute. Then say the policy maker has his policy, but then when it comes to the people, I sync it with the people for them to have the understanding to move along with the policy. That a bigger gap. These are some of the things that are very, very important. So when it comes to Mahama 24-hour economy, Dr. Ren, I support the economy, the policy. I support his idea. These are the few questions I have. John Mahama say one church remove Yima Ghana for Tiasi, a fire security Joshua Mitchell, a fire security number 2, a fire a year and in a Mokania number 3, a friend said the way a Ghana import based economy near Cranium Mapa, A dear no be move away from the import-based economy no to the productive-based economy. A bit to me, I expanded the economy. No. Number 4, maka about the CCTV. Wait me about a use of technology to also police our communities, our streets. Number 5, say idea with me abomodia aboanwa engage the local communities. No, what you say? Because number 6, cry the fire service. How well are they going to be equipped with machines, with logistics? Say you obi be the company be na say be a company no ya me fa samba JB Tomua your logistics na fire service and adwubet me akoko dum jana, because even during the day fire service people struggle when there is fire outbreaks. So these are concerns, and we NDC ni na so will be Mahama policy or there be people are talking about it, people are interrogating it. Do not be upset as NDC communicator. Do not be upset as an NDC follower. Yours is to explain to the people, say, this is what the man is saying. This is what he has briefed us upon. Say, Ghana for Tuabamanwa. This is what he's going to do to ensure that the policy will be more feasible. And we saw it with Ekufuado. Or can't free SHS. And a John Mahama so obe review free SHS. A DNT obe review. Because in the minds of John Mahama, the policy, even though it's a good policy, the implementation, and to me, I idea wo in India and the Bimuko Sukunu, red, gold, green, Bimuko, it's a good policy. The free SHS is a good policy, but implementation. So this is where with implementation, because we did not interrogate Ekufuado's free SHS very, very well, and because Ekufuado also did not open up to Ghanaians very well as to how he was going to implement it. See what happened. Even Ken Ofuriatta was even saying, people that can afford should be made to pay fees, is because he rushed it into it. It's a good policy, but we need to interrogate some of these policies that comes out of come from our friends and politicians. And this is one of and this is one of the things that is very, very important. Sometimes when you are questioning politicians, the way our supporters are very defensive, I ask myself, say, why are you being defensive? Don't be defensive. It is a John Mahama become BB. No, because he is going to introduce a 24-hour economy. We must not keep quiet. And chairman be president and Sandy be the questions. We need to start asking each and every person. Say, Ghana president. We have to start developing that culture, that behavior of asking questions. Questions, I bet you get the best out of them. Because maybe some Mahama questions. What I am doing is say, Mahama te one what the need ever me video so. The obey say, oh, ampa, me what fasi, me bay. Obisa me say, a kwan ben so anasi a tua bamanwa. Sa ediswadi huna me se me de ba no meye. Into the Mahama hinyane so obeba be church the yimu. Because me no me questions and me concern. One number one, security. How safe would people on night shift? No, they will go about their duties. Number 2, how well is the police going to be equipped to protect lives, properties at night? Number 3, a friend is saying the CCTV, you use technology to assist policing. Number 4, the marker about local. Number 4, a friend is saying moving away from import-based economy to productive-based economy, because Ghana, ye cranioma. Ye nyoma be brain where you could ye crap. Toothpaste, ye crap. Toothbrush, ye crap. Hey, pants, ye crap. Bruni wewu, ye crap. Pioto, ye crap. How are we going to ensure, say, we move away from that import-based economy, to productive-based? Because you don't expect somebody to cry so when they will not be biased at night. It may make family go turn and because I know my bias will come in the morning to buy. So how say a productive base there, it means industries produce nyoma and you factory workers, you warehouse workers, people that will be doing packaging to say the UK no. What you say? This is what we need to let the gentleman ex-president understand. Say you move no. The policy is good. Yaso. So the question number 5, local community engagement for the understanding of the Ghanaian. It is a Ghanaian ibi wa brochia. We don't know what to but we say okay, and mama could be a shoe factory. Mama could be a tomato factory. Mama could be a way because I'm being assured. Say you design your way better because you need the community engagement, the stakeholders, for them to understand this policy. The policy is possible and it is doable because UK, we benefit from policies like this. USA is same. Germany and other countries in Europe is same. So I would not say it is not possible. It is possible. Impossible is a word that is found in the Fool's Dictionary. Everything is possible if we put our heads together. So John Mahama, this time around, kudos for leading the conversation. Everybody is talking about it. This is why freedom fighters, when we are on the neck of John Mahama, we want people to understand. We want the best out of him. So he should come out with best policies, the ones that are feasible for all of us to follow. Anyway, moving away from the 24-hour economy, in common one, maybe 24-hour economy, work and pay drivers suffering. My member video be wa mensa aka. Na oheneba ena edisa video we. Oheneba intim berima. Otai kasa wo net 2 ene o man FM. Na sase we bisa taxi drivers ni bia almost aka che me no kure wo. How and penfobi a talker man Ghana phone will be say omonye work and pay 2 years. Omo sign contract. 2 years neighbor so pay. Na omaji omo car. No mo de kwan bi so agika. Koso. Be say wan kasa won so yi wasum na wotie san komo we bi because it's very, very important.
No, taxi,
okay.
And they also work and pay. What Jumana after few months, I'm what take an afakano. Cow none the cross will be real. Ajikano. Yakapre. Gaman and Adrian many BP, a chum 200. But one and a come at I said, I'm a Cassachre Gaman was me das nana, and I'm a dassy. So, when you're net, I am machia, then you watch it. Because why you hard work at the ticker you. Now, more TV, I say, I'm the most Sabonina, who be here, who be your Sicano, who be wedge a hole.
Yeah, that's true.
Mama and Croforma.
1853, yeah.
That work and pay. Work and pay, no go on any agreement to be out. What in a no, you put your Jumana no yatiti. I'm a Canabendia, no passing media channel. One false allegation be Antonio, so we passing media no Facano. Oh, was the country in the cocoa. Now, Oka Capra will be a work and pay.
Lawyer Benny do it.
What would you cost? Sana cost. Anna, or Casa the cat taxi, no work and pay. Now, Casa, my lawyer for Maba and Crata, or Casa for us at the video.
Yeah.
When we saw Bessie, and to most of the taxi guys can be more beautiful than Cabate. One more work campaign, and a kind of a swap.
Never imagine.
Yes, no opinions are going to be the cross arena.
There are also
no opinions are going to be the cross arena. To who sound for phone only cast now, almost Cassasa trouble for. Almost Cassasa about Cassata for. Okay, so cross Jesus Christ me. Thank for from Namboko. Who said the pass or trouble for? Now, do you know crop Becca? I won't find the crazy son of Japan. Wakasana come on yet. Now, when we ye. There's no one of Japan will be a cut taxes a work and pay. Now we all say, my friends are quite a card. Over there, yes, sir. You will never do that. But I saw about 4 normal elders in churches. Or me a deacon in churches. Choir masters. They be peace ministers or Clemu Holy. One will be back. Oh, why you a woman, a taxi, a ben fear me and son. A bayonet, I know up across to be a achechere no afa car
na oje finisem
waje finisem this guy katachi akomebo akrachi mankasa na bibi ba ya ene baburu quotation bi amenye ba me kasa cham se hwe ichiro misika kodi nkrofo menye dwuma mame no mo disika no in billions eso mo ne sai me mobo me meto BP amount no menwe na wo ho ma me menya BP me ka chese bi
Abusia, what ya sem na papa na ka no. I am a Ghanaian citizen akwa. What ya sem na Ghana papa na ka no. Ye papa na ka say Abrante bi no sofu bi akoye work campaign. Work campaign no my no. 2 years and no call contract. Abrante na ye adwuma no pane anadwo ama. Akabo so me ba ko ni mienu a ese o yeden. Otue sikewi na car ne be ne dia. Papa na fa car. Odi mmere bi ni nyoma bi aba guy no ma. Na Ghana kro no amoso ye Christopher no ntimo mu ni. As example, Ghana, we are Christian on paper, but we are very devilish in our heart. Yenyame somono eyenkrata so okona take a form so kotukwan na ebusa na you a Christian or a Muslim, no are taking Christian, no are taking Muslim. Ye mu bebre no ye Christopher, ye hypocrites and parasites. I'll show you one example. So when him say you are no Volta region. Enya Volta region kwa Greater Accra, Adan, Mepe, Eastern region, Northern region, Akosobo Dam spillage no, afa yenuanom wo. Yenuanom a ye asorefo mo kwa asore mo ye Christopher. Emmoa ben ana mo de boa yenuanom a mo free sa ye empotemu a mabobo so yi. Emmoa ben de free e Christopher. Biti UK, Russia ni Ukraine for kontokwa. Ye mu bi no, a ye ti UK no. Yebisa, do you have one room you can give to a Ukrainian family? Do you have maybe a spare room that you can give to a Ukrainian family? Yeti Ghana, yenuanom da bonten e wo Volta region. Yenuanom da bonten e wo Adan. Yenuanom da bonten e wo Northern region. Yenuanom da bonten wo Eastern region. Unhunu wo Kristo ni bi nka se me de me Pentecost asore dan no. Me ko bie de ama wo. Me the Pentecost mission house, me the koma wom. Unti you. What do I say? Joshua and Joshua can. Managing a country is like a company. Without a vision and focus, everyone becomes a manager of his own, rendering everything. That is it. Everything will be scatter. Volta region, yet Ghana, Volta region. Are there too many you? What is a Pentecost for Basse? You're the Pentecost mission house. You're the fat Ghana for Merwafo. Our nation is filled with wicked and evil people. Wicked and evil people. Wickedness everywhere. What kind of we don't even care. Everything is like a joke. Everything is like we should be laughing. Everything is like when you watch our movies, your movie, always laughing at disabled people. If they are moving, no more than to say Apache, no more shrink of what is wrong with the Ghanaian mind? What is really wrong with us as a people? What is wrong with us? Because at the end of the day, no, Ubusa was a Chrono says 71% of the entire population a Christian, a Christopher, Yeni. Obi Udi, when you will be a contract, so work and pay. When in a sense sign krata 24 months. Nipana ye juma anopa ewiani anajo, where yare kran wo kwa juma. Just to make sure say obedi a year boshen agreement naso. That's a 2 years neso a sa akaka. Aka 2 months and 2 years nebeso. Would darega bini 419 bini threatenings? Amadipano. What you can't free. What kind of wickedness is this? Which kind of people are we? Hmm? Which kind of people are we? I do have to inform myself my church don't have money now. One sorry with Sika. One sorry, no more Sika for why do I use Sika? A jaisa. One sorry, no Sika. One day, some method is focus. Yeah, the mission house. One to you. Bra you kibere. Russia and Ukraine for Kontokwa. What spare room? You fill the form. You just, they will just tell you, they will give you a family. This is what we call human beings loving one another. This is what we call human beings. Love one another. But dear, it's like we are there watching and praying that somebody should fall. What kind of human beings are we? We're very wicked, though. The Ghanaian is naturally born wicked. I mean, so the other day I was speaking to one of my friends here, and I'll catch him. So Charlie, if you know, I will see or Legon or so a tongue field. Young guy, he's a pilot. He's doing well. And I'm sure now how many bedrooms? Not so you'll be no better. And I'm so how many bedrooms? Not so 10 bedrooms, 2 swimming pool, basketball court. And I'm saying, you, your wife, and your children. How many are you? You, your wife, your children. How many? When we hear mama you 4, we see 10 bedrooms, 2 swimming pool, basketball court, a boys' quarters, 3 bedroom. The person I'm talking is not from a poor home. His father was rich, mother was rich, grandparents are rich. A tiny sisi gone a friend is saying airport residential, ni mama mobi area, just say obi auntie. Kind of, this is not life. Oh. This is not life. This is not life. Life, listen, yes, sir. I'm not saying, say, if you have the money, don't build house, don't make properties. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that we cannot make more properties and look at more people suffering. That is not the society. The turnaround of the French Revolution, when the class, the elite and the ordinary people, the gap was too wide. The ordinary people started attacking the people that had the money. It happens here in UK. You lie back. That is why when you come to UK, it is hard for you to distinguish between a poor man and a rich man in UK. It is hard. Because we're flat now with him. You might be somebody who is a normal income earner. Somebody might be a billionaire on the same flat. Somebody might be a millionaire on the same flat. What people, Charlie, with all these things, you see, my one of my uncles had a lot of properties. I was plenty houses, plenty rooms. The one fast for now we crack junkies no. Woman tonton with Japan anyhow. What kind of people, what society do we want to build whereby we always like to grab, but then yet a lot of us are suffering? Which Christian country do you go and then you see children under age of 10 begging on the streets? Tell me. 71% of Ghanaians are Christians. And so Joshua can call for your pay for say we young ko da na woda. Ubekwa ko hwe madua we see 10 bedrooms for Ghana. Or call Ghana this Ghana this November December. Behwe no we see 10 bedroom. My one is 7 bedroom. I always tell my husband off. Why do we build too many rooms? I've got a female friend who sponsored Captain Smart. A very female friend doing very well. We sit down kakraka to say hotel. A friend is saying, Accra. Nobody lives in. Nobody lives in. You people are talking now. Oh, government should. Yes, it is true. Government should make a friend is saying affordable housing, Saglame, for our brothers and sisters in Volta region. Yes, if government is not doing it, you are a Christian. Your 7 bedroom, which is empty, you can also accommodate some of our Voltarians, some of our sisters from Adan, some of our sisters from Eastern region, from the Northern region, to come and stay in that house. That is the work of God. Debiana, yes, the Abai Akufadu, we know how evil they are. Yes, maybe that is what you will say. Who are also when you're evil, are you a Christian? What dino a see my jaw say, he's legon, a teshin by estate casino. Once would dino, once would me invite 2, 1, 2, 3 people by way. Me, my yebi, and it's not make can. Yes, me, my yebi, and it's not make can. I just get some girl that watched me here. Just contacted me, dog. I was one of me. I've been following you for years. My family were affected. My father is no more. It's me and my sister and my mother. You know, we don't have anywhere. The little place I have somewhere in some corner in Accra. I said, go there and meet this man, meet these people. Go there and stay there. How many days you will stay there, months you will stay there, till you people go back to your place? I don't care. Stay there. What and I was here? Huh? And to the surprise of the lady, they just to say thank you. Now I say, Mommy, Mr. Don't thank me. It is, I'm your son. I'm your son. I'm your son. Don't thank me. Stay there. Just be happy. I'm not a rich man. I don't come from rich home. My family is poor. I'm not people who come here and I'll come and brag. I'm not rich. If I am, I will thank God. But I'm working towards it to be able to take care of more people. We do what we can. We sit down there and sometimes I wonder, I say, what kind of people are we? He is quickly to do the one for Obruni, but not quickly to do that same thing for Nimia. Look at, see the Adoya, Papa way, a friend is saying, Mahama, Nimie, Ibrahim. One man. One some, any nipa. One some, no, any nipa. The schools in Volta region are down enclaves now. Go school in Korani Natifi because they've been affected. This is even a trauma. This is psychologically crano. Akwadana jukra the yemushino. Time and woman any mame any animal call. Me church poe bi amaye no akra mo call. Adia sa no me yemshishi. So I had to speak to 1 or 2 people. I was 37 for them to go and see one friend I know. You know, so psychologically to psych them. Psychologically, people are going through a lot. And yet, the Ghanaian attitude is to always cheat their fellow brothers. See, if you see the way how wicked our MPs, ministers are, it is we, because you know that thing. Out of us, and MP. Out of us, and they became president. Yesu by phone, why did Tiwano? Sa pepe. Yesu by phone, sa pepe, you move brino. As that in trick is as if we are always smart. We want to always outsmart somebody. Go and see the amount of money Otabewo. Go to Dagwood Mills. The millions of dollars and pounds. Go to Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. Go and see the house he lives in. You see, you to me build the church and they are breaking or wasting money. Wasting money. I'm yet to see a day that I will see say a one-man churches. They say they have built houses and it is free for people to live in. I'm yet to see that day. 71% Christians. And yet people walk around doing PKS, PK, and they will tell you, so you have to suffer to gain. Foolish church members. Who should suffer to gain when you have gold, diamond, bauxite, manganese, aluminium? Kumasi abonten so, car bi kwase wo Kumasi abonten so. Na car no na eso emu ni bi free car ni mu ebeto gatem keke emu no grain ni bi ekogu gatem efifi ewu Kumasi abonten so car kwan so car gatem kra no nyame shine to the extent say grains of a rice no kogu a friend is saying gatem ni no emu ne fifi wo gatem. Do you think they said grains of rice grow up UK? Unless you use a mechanized system of agri, unless you use certain kind of system, we are blessed in many ways. Yet we cannot even prosper to give 3 square meals a day for children below the ages of from 13. What kind of people are we? Christmas, but you will see people going on TVs. You will see them, we're going to picture. Come on, these things are just bullocks. Nonsense. Christianity is not just going to this, just to 1, 2, and just take a picture. That's not Christianity. It's a way of life. It's a culture. Doing good is a culture. It's a way of life. You wonder why Great Britain and America do not collapse upon the sins. You wonder why? They are givers. They give. It's not like America is rich. No. They owe money. But they give to Ghana. They give to Germany. They give to African countries. You have gold, diamond, bauxite, manganese. You can't even find a way to even help your people. Let your people be respected. Do you think the white man will respect your people when they are selling PK on the streets? When little girls are selling PKs? When even common a sanitary pad, you put taxes on it? When you tax kayayes? What kind of people are we? I mean, those days when we were growing up, we could hear people leave their homes for people they stay in. It's like Ghana, no. Abraboni ina kwaye we sit down or car or your champion at our area, so they don't even care about their next neighbor, how they feed, how they will drink, how they will eat. So Wound to me is destroying the water body because he doesn't care. All that Wound to me wants is to buy Chelsea, buy a football club. They are so greedy for money. And it comes to my next topic. Gyakye Quayson flown to Canada over health issues. Chachu tells court. Gyakye Quayson flown to Canada. An MP flown to another country for healthcare. Now, do you think if you go to Canada and a Canadian guy, doctor, is treating you, and he asks you, which country are you from? Oh, I'm Ghana. I'm a member of parliament. If I was that particular doctor, I would tell you, Mr. Man, you're a fool. When did you see, or when have you heard an MP in Canada bought a plane ticket, sat on the plane, flew to Ghana, Kolebu, for medical health check? When? Gyakye Quayson flown to Canada for healthcare. And then he will come back and meet his people. Ascend South people. Or Ascend North. And then they will meet him with brass band. Because he's gone to Canada for a medical health check. A country where when presidents are sick, we fly them to America. Atamils, an example. A Kufado to UK. Bawumia has been here in London for many months. When they came to power, there were some of my female friends who were taking care of him in the hospitals, promising them big money, huge money, giving them huge money. Bawumia. Just recently, one of the other guys came to King's College Hospital. Hakman Owuswa Jimaenko, King's College Hospital, Guy's Hospital. Pay with taxpayers' money for treatment. And when you see how the citizens go through, then ask, why would these same citizens defend these politicians who can just pick up their passport and travel outside? They've made it look like, okay, if you don't come to abroad, you are not part of it. If you don't school in abroad, it's like you are inferior. Nobody is. It's like for us, we are living at the mercies of the Akwesi Bruni. You see, education is not going to school to read Abeke, the AFD. When you cannot use your education to transform your people, you are just a fool. That is the gospel truth. Education is for you to use it to take your people out of poverty. Do you know why you respect your parents? Because they took care of you. You are proud of them. If your parents don't take care of you, unless you have the humanly or you have the teachings of Islam or the teachings of a typical true Christian, not the fake Christian like Kumchacha, you will not even appreciate. Everybody likes to be the son of Kwame Osei despite. Why? Because he's rich, he can afford them, protect them, and take care of them. Take it and just use it in a bigger context. As a country, everybody wants to have Italian passport. So when you see my brother, amazing GH, and his beautiful wife, posh baby, going on holidays, they are proud of the country Italy. The Romans who gave us a religion, they are proud of country called Italy. You, when you look at your Ghana passport, you are not proud. People kill for British passport in UK. People kill for American citizenship. People lie for British citizenship. People lie for American citizenship, Canadian citizenship, Italian citizenship. Why do we go through this to get a passport? Because it will enable us travel to some countries, 200 and something countries. It will enable us work and put food on the table of our parents and our wives and children. So I'm trying to tell you how people are fighting for countries. Do you know why? Because that country gives them the opportunity. Instead of our leaders to sit, think. And that is why I applaud John Mahama for this 24-hour economy policy. Today it has been a talk of the town. He should lead the conversation. That is why some of us, when John Mahama goes wayward, I will come and I will speak my mind because I know what they can do. And if you people join them and you always sing praises to them, you will not get the best out of the politician. You will never get the best from them. When they come to UK, I sit with them here. We chew kebab. We do barbecue. We enjoy. We sing. We laugh. We share Jama. Have you seen ministers and MPs? We are doing Jama here. If I mention some of them, their names, you'll be shocked. Some are even females. We talk, we laugh. Sometimes we sit in the garden. We'll be conversing till 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Because you people don't challenge them. They are just like that. They just, the Oma t-shirt, you're okay. Oh, that's a sample for no more bisa question, Papa. Oh, that's a sample for no more demonstration, be jai. I'm telling you the truth. I know them. I sit with them. I sit with. I bash MPP. I bash NDC. I sit with these same two people. When Jamin and Co will come, they will tell me, Charlie Dog, barbecue. I sit with them. But when you sit with them and you're having a conversation with them, you will see that these people are deep. But how can the people ensure that they will get the good out of these people? The people will go and be praising them. How do you get something good out of your child who is always bringing home out of the class of 30, always bringing home 28, 29, 27? How? When you push your child, you have a conversation with that child can be the first, the second, or the third in the class. Now today you see MPs go to parliament, water Akosomo Dam spillage. You see MPs defending Water River Authority leaders, CEOs. So we hear Carlos Ahinkra as MP, a politician. He is defending the CEO whose salary is like a Akufo-Addo salary, whose salary is like the vice president's salary, and the politician is defending the technocrat. And the whole nation, everybody is quiet. What concerns us is Miss Bell's son. The whole nation. What concerns us is a Kotier. A whole nation. What concerns us? Obane Tosun. The whole nation has become like an animal kingdom. The most important things that concerns Ghanaians, we won't talk about it. Things that are not relevant, we will spend energy. Oh, Nana Mama Brown, Nikunu Jano, oh, Abua Kwasianda na Uja Bemano, and you see a whole people dedicating time, precious time to talk about one person's marriage. Why would a politician not steal you? When your attention has been diverted, why would a politician not take their children to America to sit with the Jimmy Carter's children? Why would a politician not bring their children to UK? Because you are not serious. You don't want serious things in your life. You don't want to drive on good roads like what we see here in the United Kingdom. I heard the government of UK spending billions of pounds dedicated to what? To fill potholes. I said, hey, potholes, dedicating billions of pounds. In my country, they don't dedicate billions. The politician steals the billions and gives the nation something little. Paul Peters, I'm a doctor in my country. I came to Canada and they want me to go back to school. Why health don't change and the body doesn't change? I can't afford to buy groceries. You see, all these things that we sit down and we watch the politicians get the best of life from our sweat is abnormal. It's abnormal. So you, the doctor at Kolebu, don't you ask, how do you feel when you hear your ministers don't come to you for health check, but they prefer to go to America, but they want your vote? How do you feel? I saw the other time when I was walking somewhere, I saw John Mahama somewhere in Oxford Street. I say, hey, Papa, hey, we just have a laugh. We just walk, Papa, and I like John Mahama. He's just like that. He's just a plain man. You remember why too serious. John Mahama don't take things too serious and personal. He understands politics. Just like Akufo-Addo, the only difference between John Mahama and Akufo-Addo is that John Mahama is more lenient, more caring. Akufo-Addo is more wicked and evil. That is the difference. And when Bawumia came here to do his, a friend is saying, Henia operation. Ghana, Obikoye operation, Henia no. Nancy Metati say, and go for the Henia operation. So, one MPs, ministers, no meanness are a true one, but Bawumia ba UK, Obesan, we are not sure about what it says a year, what's Nancy, I won't mean to Nancy. Obey operation, the sure. Operation, the Jack Chrono doctors, the Jack hospital. So doctor, if the politicians are not good, why do you eat and dance with them? What do you tell them? Oh yes, as for me, I speak my mind. They will tell you, I speak my mind. Sometimes I even make a joke with them that if I was a president, majority of these people, me, I will shoot them firing squad. We laugh about these things. I won't lie to you. I tell them play. I tell them. After I have conversation with them, interview with them, I tell them. And they will also tell me that your people are not serious. The day Ghanaians will be serious, politicians will not do the nonsense they are doing. They tell me. Yes, I know one of my good friends. I always have a banter with him on messages. When it's 27, 28, I tell him, hey, your salary has come. How much poor people have you been able to take care of? We laugh. But the people are not serious. The people always like to sing praises. The people always want to give fake fans. And it's not like that in the United Kingdom. It's not like that in America, in France, in Germany, in Canada, in Australia. How can we ensure we get the best out of our politicians? To think big, dream big, give us the big things in life because we deserve it. Don't you deserve the finest things in life? Don't you want the best things? Don't you want to see your children drive on good roads, go to good hospitals, well equipped? Don't you want that? Do you always want to carry water on your head and be shouting and be sweating and be doing this? Yes, ice water, then with your frown face like mine. Ice water, that is not the life. That does not mean that you are, life does not mean you have to suffer and get. That is not life. I'm trying to change that mindset. We are always frowning our face. Go to the street of Accra. Nothing is. Go to the street of Kumasi. Sunyani, go to the street of Obuasi. Look at the young boys. Look at their faces. Frown. Nothing to smile about. Nothing to smile about. Always serious. I have a female friend. Say, doctor, you are very serious. I say, yes. If you know my story, I am serious. I remember years ago, when I met my wife's father, the first question he asked me, gentleman, are you serious? The simple question he asked me. Ex-British military officer. The first question he asked me, are you serious in life? White man, Kwesi Bruni. And I said, yes, sir, I am. Then he shook my hand. He said, sit down. Then he said, follow me. Then he took me to his bosom place for me to sit down and have coffee with. All because of an answer I said yes. But in Ghana, when you see the people that we are trying to liberate, everything is to them is a joke. Watch the movies. It's all about, in the end, you have to be sad. In the end, you have to laugh. Nothing do we teach. So we sit down. Then the foreigner comes and he realizes that how foolish this country people are. So even though he's a Lebanese, I'm not against Lebanese. He looked at the country. He says, first of all, the people out there are very foolish. Their women are bleaching to be white. So the Lebanese, whose country peace eludes them, many often will use his color to deceive and lord himself over us and maltreat our people. You know why? Because we have become a country full of jokes and not serious. So you see them, they come. The Chinese guy will come. Aisha Wan will go and look at the dirty face of our minister, Yawosafo Mafo. And Aisha Wan will just get two other female Chinese, one with a flat bottom and another one with a small curve and breast. And before you realize, the dirty face of Yawosafo Mafo will fall into the trap of the Chinese people. They will start having grown-ups activities in bed. And then they will will our properties to them to destroy our water bodies, our land, because the children, the sons who are supposed to protect the country are just living in a life full of jokes. So as they are destroying the water body, no Ghanaian is saying that let's go on a demonstration because the future of our lives are being destroyed. From the north to south, maybe the Galamsey is being done in Ashanti region, but the ripple effect will go to Volta region. It will go to northern region. It will go to central, western, Bono, Ahafo, Savannah, Oti. It will go everywhere. But we don't care. Because we are doing a twerk. That is what we think about. We are on radio thinking about how to sell medicine to make our manhood as long as the equator or longitude. That is what we are thinking. Now tell me, Which father would take his children serious like this? Tell me. Which father? Tell me, as a nation, when people are dying on the roads from last 2 years, I've been saying it. Last year alone, the statistics were there. 2,700 Ghanaians died of road accidents. No demonstration was done. People that died on the road of Ghana was more than people that died during COVID-19 pandemic. Nobody, no church member, no pastor, no imam, no person in his right mind said, let's demonstrate because we are dying too many. We are losing heroes. Nobody. Last year, 2,700. The year before was 3,800. Add it together, 27 plus 38. Add it, do that mathematics, put it here. Nobody talked about. We are talking about a tuakesia, kotiakesia. How do we move as a people with such attitude? Somebody said, Doctor, perhaps our people don't know. If they don't know, how do we teach them? All that we need is to get people with like minds. Go to the villages, show them movies of how Japanese people live. Show them pictures of how the sons and daughters live here in UK, so that they will start beginning to think as human beings and call for the best things for them and their family. When we say village in Abrochiri, it doesn't mean that they lack the basic amenities. The village in Abrochiri means that the houses are not more than 100. But go to Ghana. When we say a village, it is a village. It means lack of basic amenities. Clean, potable water to drink. This is what people go through. And yet, our people are not concerned to demand the best for themselves. What we do is to defend political parties. What we do is defend the ones that can take their passport and go and visit America. Go to the airports and see the number of people who want to leave Japa out of the country. I believe it is possible. But it can only be possible when you also believe it is possible. I have seen people do it. I visited Vietnam 10 years ago. 7 years ago, brought one of the ambassadors of Vietnam to Ghana. And how he told me how his people in 1975 were bombed by the Americans. When I visited Ho Chi Minh City, it was named after their leader, Ho Chi Minh. When I visited Ho Chi Minh City, I asked myself, what is it so different about these short people walking up and down? Not as tall as my handsome Ghanaian men, not as beautiful as my Ghanaian women. What is the difference, God? That short people can build bridges and roads after 1975. What is wrong with my people? That we seem not to get things right. What is wrong with the boy from the north, east, south, and west? Go to any part of Ghana. There are natural resources, material resources that can make us prosperous. What is wrong? And the leader told me, he said, we can build it if we want it. If you don't want something, if you don't need something, you will not find solutions to the problems. He said, after the 1975 bombing of the whole Vietnam by the Americans, they said to themselves, they want to build Vietnam. They will build it with common rice. They will build it. So many of the rice that you eat, that they name it Taiwan rice, is from Vietnam. They just come and export it to Taiwan, and then they do the packaging. We don't have only rice. We have more than rice. But are we ready to build a prosperous country? Are we ready to sit at the dinner table and dine happily with a man from the West? Those from the Saudi Arabia, they were not born with 10, 20 heads. Now, let me tell you a story for you to know. In 1972, here in London, Kutu Echampong met these boys from United Arab Emirates here at Sandhurst Military Academy. That is where Al Maktoum attended. He was here, he got his training. He met the lives of the Kutu Echampongs and co. He had a dream. He shared his dream as a military officer here in London. As a British military officer, many did not believe in his dream. To some, it was a fantasy. To some, it was a joke. Why is this Al Maktoum saying that he can build Dubai? Many people were just looking at the guy. He was thinking big. He thought outside the box. He said, we can build my country. Out of the desert, we will be having skyscrapers. Now, obviously, in 1968, the only story building in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, all the regions, was not a story building, more than 3-story building. Do you know how many story buildings were in Accra? Do you know how many cars in 1960 we had in Accra? Rich men in Accra could parade their cars at the Independence Square. Over 200 Ghanaian men were prosperous and richer. In 1960, the only car that was driven was the family of the prince and emir in the United Arab Emirates. The roads were bad, no hope. But Al Maktoum said he will build Dubai. Today, what do we see? The vision, the dream, the ideas has been implemented. Now, men from East and West go there to see the beauty of the Burj Khalifa. People go there and admire how modernization has given respect to the once upon a time, the men on the desert. This is a country that today everybody wants to go there. It was a vision of one man. It was an idea of one man who schooled here in London as a military officer. When people said no, he said yes. When people said no, he said yes. After coming out of the army, he gathered his friends, people with like minds, people with that same spirit, and they went to Arab. He did it. He built it. If he can do it, we can also do it. If they can do it, we can do it. We laugh at our humble beginnings. I've seen people laughing about Kumasi Technical University, the cohort they have done. We are laughing at them, but that is how the Chinese people started. Yes, perhaps we thought maybe we could have gone further ahead of building cohorts, but this is where we are. Let us not laugh at ourselves, but rather build upon what we have started, because that is how the Chinese people started. That is how the Great Britain started. That is how the lot of countries like the Italians who gave us all these kind of fast cars started. We can build it if we also want it. And I'm telling you that it is not impossible. It is only a fool that in his dictionary the word impossible can be found. It is possible, but we have to tell our Ghanaian, we have to inspire everybody. And once upon a time, we were the beacon and hope of the black race, not just the continent of Africa. Once upon a time, countries like Sierra Leone, Liberia, they needed Ghanaians to come and educate them. We've done it before. We can do it. Let's shun away this. We can't. Let's shun away everything is impossible. If it is not a white man, we cannot do it. And let's start inspiring ourselves, building ourselves together, that one day, just like the Kwame Nkrumahs and co gave us independence, it will be said that during our era, we also used our platforms, like the big platforms of the Ghanaian Citizen platform. God bless him, using his platform to inform and educate. You may not always agree with some of the things he broadcast, but these are the ways and means we all can judge and find solutions to the problems of Ghana. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam.